Hey folks, Good Guy Glenn here, and today is Sunday, February 4th, 2024. I'm down in Florida, in the Tampa Bay area. I'm going to pick up another load of water from another Nestle's about 20 miles away and then deliver it to the coast, to Elkton, Florida. I'm supposed to get some bad weather today. Not looking forward to it, but rain beats snow any day of the week. We did our pre-trip. We're gonna try to get on the way here. Me and Wilson. All right, let's get to it. This truck is blocking the entrance that I have to take up here. What are you gonna do? You can't make this up. It's nice staying here last night. Why are they giving me conflicting answers here? All right. Supposed to get some storms. It's already raining. But like I said, rain beats snow any day. With the weather being bad, I don't know how bad it's going to be. I'm going to have to check the weather when we get to Nestle's. I really can't afford to just shut down if it's bad weather, because we had that late delivery that they refused in Costco up in Alpharetta last time I delivered for Nestle's, because they gave me a bad trailer. So, it's not a far haul. It's less than 200 miles. I guess I've got to find a safe place to bed down, closer to the coast, because over by Tampa, that was insane how packed those truck stops were. So, 6 miles from Nestle's.
Stay on 20th Street as it bears left. Approaching Zephyr Hills, 4330 20th Street.
Well, this is interesting to say the least. And everybody here is Western Express. Well, not everybody. Just checked the weather forecast, and this just looks like it's just going to be a rainstorm. And here, it's going to be blown over by the afternoon. By 11 o'clock, it looks like the worst of this is over and the sun comes out. Of course, we're heading east, so it'll be following us, or we'll be following it, driving through it. So, whatever. I don't think it's something to get all worked up about. Still waiting to get into this plant. No Jake brakes. That's funny. Oh. Me and Wilson are just having an interesting conversation on things going on. Well, we're here, and got the red light. Live load, which is great because I got a new trailer, and we're just gonna head out to Elkton. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna enjoy our time in Florida before they send us back to Ohio. Yeah, man, things are good, man. You can't focus on the negative things. It's very easy in the beginning when you come out here to be a fatalist. You know, it's a completely different way of life if you've never lived this way. I kind of lived this way when I lived on deployment, but not quite like this, and never alone. And that's the thing that gets me, is when you're on deployment, you're with your brothers, you know, you're with your unit, your team, your squad, everything. This is solo. You're out here on your own. This has to be like Carlos Hethcock Vietnam sniper stuff. Like when you're out by yourself in the bush for too long. That's the way I equate it, at least. Anyway. But as time goes on, you know, you get a system down, you know what you're doing, and it gets better. Do I want to do this for the long term? I don't think so. I mean, I want to spend time with my kids, family. I want to have a life other than being in this truck. But this is a stepping stone, and this is an adventure. And that's the way we're looking at it, and that's what we're living. And, you know, I'm not kicking you when I say it's an adventure, that this is exciting and fun. I'm telling you straight up right now that a lot of you, you're not going to make it. Does that make me better than you? No. Who says I'm going to make it? I've been unhappy out here. Am I unhappy to the point of going home? No. You know, I'm doing my thing. I'm riding this out. I always said I'd give OTR a year, right? You have to give it a year, at least 6 months, if you think you're going to get a job anywhere else. But for me, if I can make it out here a year, I'd be happy with that. Whatever. You never know what's going to happen. I might like it so much in a year that I would stay out here 2 years. Hell, who knows? But I tell you what, I wouldn't want to do another winter up in Ohio. That's for sure. Ohio and Pennsylvania scared the heck out of me this year. That Route 80, that was crazy. You know, I know I've talked trash on the Canadian truck drivers in past videos, trying to be funny and witty, but like, props to you guys, man. I know that the weather up there has to be like that all the time. I think the one difference would be, I imagine in Canada, your road crews are more prepared and take care of the roads better than they do here in America, in the United States. But anyway, I'm sweating like crazy with this dumb rain jacket on. It's not even raining that bad. So maybe I take this rain jacket off and put my vest on. Anyway, I got the red light. They're live loading this trailer. I'm going to be out of here sooner than later. And it's 38 miles to the weigh station, to the cat scale to weigh. That's kind of far, but I am in the middle of nowhere in Florida. And then I boogie out to Elkton on the coast, on the East Coast, and I start looking for a place to hold over until 5 o'clock in the morning when this delivers. They're closed today. They don't open again till 04 tomorrow, so there's nobody I can call to find out anything. I'm just showing up. I looked at Google satellite view to get a feel of what it's like to get into the place. It's a little bit tight getting into those loading docks, but that's not my fear. I just want to get unloaded tomorrow and on to the next adventure. We're still here. We're still getting loaded. Another banana from Walmart that has a split in it. I don't even know if that's safe to eat, to be honest with you. But I'm going to eat it anyway because I'm a Marine, and that's what we do. I've been here a while, getting loaded. Getting loaded, get it? No, seriously, I've been here like 2 hours. And people have come and gone and had their trailer loaded, and I still have the red light. And I wonder sometimes, you know, if they forget. You got to eat banana every day. You need your potassium. A banana and a yogurt every day I try to eat. I came to a realization this morning that when I stocked up the truck, I bought a lot of junk I shouldn't buy, like Pop-Tarts. I was eating so healthy. I lived a pretty healthy lifestyle up until the point where I started this. I could get into that, but it's just a statement. And now I'm eating like a lot of trash I would never eat because it stays in the truck. Like, bananas only stay so long. If I buy a bushel of bananas that's too big, the last couple are going to be brown when I eat them. I don't have a refrigerator in my truck because, I don't know, I get annoyed. And then I'm like, I'm leaving Western. You know, so I get annoyed for the day. But I really need to get a refrigerator so I could keep yogurt in the truck and other food that isn't terrible for you. I fool myself into thinking Kind bars are not bad for you. They're glorified candy bars. Let's be honest. They're not good for you. Chef Boyardee, terrible for you. Absolutely terrible for you. I know that for a fact. Here's another Western truck pulling in. I think I went to orientation with this kid driving. Good possibility. Yeah, still waiting on my red light. Still waiting on the green light, I should say. They're not loading because the rumbling has stopped in the trailer for a while now. So I have no idea what's going on. But back to food choices. I really need to start, you know, making some healthier choices. I'm going to have to break down, spend the money, and get the refrigerator in the truck. And if I leave Western, I'll leave it as a parting gift to another young trucker. You know, or I could be one of these dudes who just clears out my truck and brings the refrigerator with me. What am I going to do with a truck refrigerator? You know, inevitably, probably my next gig is going to be some sort of local job in a day cab. But I don't know that for sure. I don't know what's going to happen. I could stay OTR. I could leave trucking altogether. You know, I'm not going to be one of these people who's like telling you, like I said in another video, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say again. I'm just like trying to formulate getting a refrigerator in my head. I also think it's odd that it's 1100, it's 11:06, and the sun is coming out, just like the weather app said. That's unusual. Didn't do that in Ohio. Still convinced when I drive east, I'm going to drive right back into it. But it is what it is, right? The rain makes me feel a certain kind of way. I feel like off, sort of like ill. And it's done that to me for a long time. My father, it used to do too. My father was like a human barometer. He knew the barometric pressure just by the way how he felt. It was so unusual. And we were like sailors because we had barometers in the house and whatnot. And he was always talking about the barometric pressure, the barometric pressure. So it's odd as I get older how much stuff I get from my dad. And I thought my dad was nuts. And yet I still, you know, he taught me a lot. I'll tell you that. He taught me a lot. He taught me a lot of stupid stuff that I don't need to know. But at the same time, some of the stuff he's taught me has come in quite handy. Yeah, dude, the sun is coming out. That's a great analogy to life, right? The sun is coming out. We're out here doing OTR, and it's not always easy, but it doesn't matter because it's an adventure and we're having fun. That's the way you got to look at it. Seriously. You got to seriously look at it that way. I'm not going to blow smoke up your keister. You know, I'm going to tell you the straight up truth. It's not always great. It's not always fun. But you got to make it fun. You got to, like, look at it as a great opportunity. And if you take it in small increments. So, like, I got to survive this day, this clock. I've got to survive this load. Let me survive this week. Let me survive this month. You know what I mean? And you just build off of there. Because if you try, if you're coming into OTR because you have this idea in your head that I only got to do 3 months, I only got to do 6 months, then I go get a local job. All right, I'm not trying to be negative because that's what the goal is. That's a dream for a lot of people. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people in this industry who are going down that road and they're not finding it to be that easy. Once you get to the local jobs are coveted not only by the fresh CDL just getters and people coming off of OTR, but all the other guys who have worked local for a long time. So you're not first in line. And once you get to the locals, experience matters. Whereas out here, they want to grab the inexperienced. They want to pay them 40 cents a mile, 42 cents, pay them nothing. And they don't care because they'll just compensate for the insurance markups, and the low CSA scores. But your mom and pops, they can't afford to take those CSA score hits. So they're looking for primo people. And there's a lot of people to choose from. A lot of people. Look at how many people are in an orientation class at your trucking company if you work for a mega. If you work for one of the bigger companies, Warner, Western Express, Swift, Prime. Look at when you're at the terminal. Look at the classrooms. They're full. They're running probably 2 classes a week. And it's just simple mathematics, folks. Why is that? Well, because a lot of people are going to wash out. A lot of people are just going to, not make it. That's not me being a Debbie Downer, bro. That's me pointing out the facts. What I want is I want you to focus on being positive and you're going to make it. You come to Western Express, you're not happy, but make it happy. Be glad you got a job. And for a lot of us, you come to Western Express because something happened in your life where Western Express was willing to take a chance on you that other companies weren't. I've often told this story about how I was supposed to go to Warner and how that didn't work out for me. I also have said many times how I'm a firm believer in you wind up where you're supposed to be. And none of these companies are perfect. None of these companies are perfect. And the mom and pops, they're not perfect either. Mom and pop shops are where you're going to find yourself getting in trouble. You're going to find yourself shipping things, driving things that you didn't know you had in the truck. You're talking, there's going to be hazmat in your truck you didn't know was there. And things like that. Now, if you have a hazmat endorsement, well, that doesn't mean anything, because if you don't know you're hauling hazmat, your truck's not marked hazmat, and DOT pulls you over and you don't have placards on your truck, that's on you as the driver, even though you picked up a sealed trailer and you never saw the load. So you're gonna have these locals, these mom and pops, who are gonna have you run out, because you're a day driver, right? You're in a day cab. You're gonna run out from, say, New Jersey to Pittsburgh, and then they want you to run back. Well, you can't do it, because that's easily a 12-hour round. If you're lucky, it's 12 hours round trip. I mean, that's me like being really generous. And you're gonna run out at 11. Well, they're gonna send you someone else's login for the e-log. That's shady. Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna risk your CDL career? Some of you may. So there's benefits to working for the megas. Right now, freight is down, the economy's terrible, and the megas are still in business. But mom and pops are folding left and right. So you got to keep that in mind, man. You got to be happy that you even have a job in trucking. Because this idea that they kick you, that there's a shortage of drivers, that's not true. There's no shortage of truck drivers. There's a retention problem in trucking. And that's for a variety of different reasons that over time we can get into. But it's not strictly the trucking company's fault. There's a lot of people who go to unemployment and get put in programs to get their CDL license, never really intended to be an OTR truck driver, but was told that they could make a lot of money doing this and it was a good career choice, and they do it, and then they find themselves in a bad situation, and then they just spread negativity, and negativity is like a mind virus. I see it in all the groups for Western Express and in trucking, and even in my comment section here on the channel. People just love to be negative. It's like a mind virus. So try to stay focused, man. Try to stay positive. It's hard for me too, but don't get things twisted that I say like I'm being negative. I'm not being negative. I'm trying to be real with you. I'm trying to be the friend who points out, yo, man, I know she's hot, but she's a bit of a skank, dude. You know what I mean? And we all get mad because we all want to get wifeyed up with the girl who's been with everybody. But she's showing you attention right now, so when your friend says something, you think he's hating or something when he's really trying to save you. That's like me, man. I'm trying to be your wingman. I'm trying to save you from yourself. So take it however you want to take it. You always got the guy in a camper doing 51 miles an hour in a 70. And then it's impossible to overcome him because the truck automatically slows itself down with all this nanny device nonsense. And then if you're loaded, you can't get back up to speed. And then people are cutting in front of you. So then the nanny devices go off again and keep you, because they're trying to create the quarter-mile distance. So it takes you 5 miles to get around the guy going 51 miles an hour. Just sat in traffic. I thought for sure by how much traffic there was that there was going to be carnage on the highway, and it turned out to be a fender bender. Folks, here's the deal. If you get into a minor fender bender on the highway, pull your car into the shoulder and wait for the police. Do not stay in the middle lane and create a traffic disaster. The cops are coming to take a statement. They're not going to do an accident recreation over a fender bender. I got 2 different GPS times here. I got one saying I'll be at my destination at 1600, one saying 1530. I'm 98 miles to where I'm going. However, they're closed today, so I can't deliver today. But I'm gonna get close and try to stay close by. So we'll see what happens. Hauled into the way station here in Florida. A little bit concerned about this one because I'm only 21,000 pounds, but my tandems are drastically off because they loaded this water all to the front of my truck. So my drives are heavier than my trailer tandems. Oh, looks like I might be bypassing up here. Yep. All right.
3 miles ahead, straight on ramp to I-75 North.
This is why I hate long-nosed Pete's, because of the way this guy's driving. I've been trying to get back into that right lane where I belong forever, and he's just like riding up on me. It's like, dude, you're in a Peterbilt. Just get in the left lane to pass. Whatever, and his car carrier on top of everything else. See these truck routes, man. They have me going left on 301. Up ahead here.
In half a mile, turn left onto US 301.
I got 75 miles to where I'm going.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
And I'm on these like country roads in Florida.
8 miles ahead, turn left on US 301 North.
Speed warning.
And I just don't see where old good guy Glenn is gonna like bed down for the night.
Turn left on US 301 North.
'Cause there ain't gonna be no rest areas this way. Here's a good example. This Prime driver, right? Was in the left lane, in the right lane, minding my own business. He flew by me in the left lane, cut in front of me, and then slowed down and slowed me down. So now I'm governed at 66. I jump in the left lane because I ain't gonna do 61. And he speeds up to keep me right here behind him. I've heard other truck drivers complain about this. Is this something that teach you in TNT? Comment below if you work for Prime and you do this. Maybe shed some light on why you all do stuff like this. Turn and Burn Trucking. Leased to Prime. Springfield. Turn and Burn, huh? Okay. Shout out to Turn and Burn, who likes to do silly stuff on 301 in Florida. He's keeping right up with me on the side here. He does not want me to basically be in front of him. Like, that's cool, dude. You obviously aren't governed like I am because you passed me. But then you get in front of me to, like, go slow? I just don't understand. Finally. Turn and Burn, baby. Shout out to Turn and Burn. Alright, y'all. I'm in Hawthorne, Florida on 20 East. And I'm going to be on here for 30 miles. And there are no rest stops. No place to go to the bathroom. No place to bed down for sure. I got 50 miles to the drop that I can't drop at till 05 in the morning. That's my appointment time. This is interesting. Sure is pretty down here though. I'm driving through here thinking to myself, I could live here. And then I remember I've been to Florida in the summertime and I don't think I want to live through that humidity. Typical Yankee thing. Live down here in the winter, right? This road is 50 miles an hour. The last road I was on was tore up and terrible, and it was 65. This road is beautiful, freshly paved, and it's 45 miles an hour. Township? I don't know where I am. I'm 23 miles outside the drop. I'm getting severe thunderstorm warnings.
Stay on Florida 100 East Reed Street as it bears right.
60 miles an hour. Winds. Hail the size of quarters. This is what the weather report is. And there is nothing. This is so not interstate. There is no place for me to pull over. There's no place for me to go to the bathroom. There's no place for me to seek shelter. There's no Walmarts. It's a very odd situation. So I'm just gonna have to drive probably, I mean, I'll end up at the drop site and I might even just sleep in their parking lot. I might not have a choice. That's the whole entire thing. But we'll see. There's civilization up here, which I haven't seen in a while, so there might be a Walmart or something up here. Well, this is how we do. We are going to basically wait here until tomorrow. Our appointment time is until 05. I guess all these guys are waiting for the same thing. And yeah, there's no place around here to bed down. So we are in the middle of the street in the turn lane, and there's a row of trucks in front. Let's show you. So yeah, this is like odd, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? There's a Pilot down the road. It's not far from here. But the question is, do we go stay at a truck stop? Or do we stay here for over 12 hours in the middle of the road? Seems shady to me. I feel like it's worth trying to go to Pilot. Yeah. I think it's worth going to Pilot on 95. But then again, I don't know. I've never encountered this before. Would you stay parked in the middle of the road? I mean, honestly, if I don't go anywhere, I don't have to go anywhere because I'm here. I don't know. I'm torn. I mean, what's going to Pilot really going to do? You're going to fight over a space, and then you're going to have to wind up coming here again anyway, and we have food in the truck. We'll go to the Pilot in the morning after we do our drop here at 05. This saves us the trip. This saves us a lot of time and trouble. Yeah, we'll figure it out, man. I think that this is the move. Everyone, there's a lot of guys doing it, and they're all probably going to Keehee because they're all parked. We're all parked in front of Keehee, and we're gonna drop here. So yeah, this is probably the move. So here's how it works. We all line up here. And then tomorrow at 03, we all check in. And we start our unload. I talked to my buddy Fernando. Just met him. He's a new friend out of Texas. He's an owner op. He's been here since yesterday, waiting in line in the middle of the road. He says it's cool. He said there's great food options around here. You could call DoorDash or delivery. And I think it's absolutely wild. I'm sure some of you are watching this and you don't think that this is like a big deal, but for me, I don't know, man. It's the adventure. I'm happy. That's all that matters. Look at this. It's 72 degrees. I mean, if you followed the channel and you saw the videos on the polar vortex, I wasn't happy about that. And now I'm living life. I know earlier I said I was feeling a little under the weather and I was concerned. Well, I checked my allergy app and it's really high. Pollen and allergies are high here. So that's what I'm feeling. And I was doing allergy shots for a long time and allergy medicine. So I don't know what it feels like to be off that stuff. Now I do, because, you know, I haven't been taking it since I've been doing this out here. And for the most part, the allergies haven't been bad up north. But Florida's a different animal. So anyway, yeah, I'm stoked. I'm down here in Elkton, Florida. Hopefully after I drop this off tomorrow, 0500, I'll get another load either heading out of Florida or who knows where. But that's gonna about wrap it up for us today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so when I drop another video, you get a notification. Once again, this is Good Guy Glenn. Thanks for watching.